And that's when I realised this wasn't an orgy. This was an intervention. And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes. Welcome back, you saucy stallions, and welcome to another simply sexy episode of Radio Rufus.
Some would say it's scintillating.
Some would say scintillating, but I think I use that too often.
Do you?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is another toe curling in a good way episode of Radio Rufus. Not like toe curling like cringe, like toe curling like, oh, he's just gone balls deep.
You're about to fucking jizz everywhere.
Yeah. This is a jism podcast.
A jizz-worthy podcast.
Jizz-worthy. That's a fantastic bit of admin there. Really cleaned it up on the tail end. Anyway, as always, we are here. And by we, I mean me, Rufus of Radio Rufus. And as always, I'm joined by my Balkan lesbian of a producer, Aidan Rafferty. Say hello to the people, Aidan.
Hello.
People have been really complimenting your delivery recently. They think it's one of the great lines in history.
I had one person that was trying to spread propaganda that the hello fell off, but that was quickly shot down.
Absolute nonsense. I think we should take him out the back and just shoot him, turn him into glue.
All my Balkan...
We will not have dissent on this podcast.
All my Balkan lesbian friends dealt with him.
Yeah, all the butch Balkans sorting out, butchering that bloke.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week... we're doing the standard issue. News, sports, games. It's your favourite radio show that you've come to know and love, respect, accept into your life and have it become a part of your routine. Except this time, we've got a twist. We've got a special guest on the cards. So let's welcome TikToker, actor, upmarket sports, posh sport enthusiast.
Soggy biscuit black belt.
Soggy biscuit black belt. What's another game like that?
I don't know, this is your territory.
I would say he's a bum fun guru. He's a real self-help stimulant. He's an absolute stallion. Let's bring him in. It's Elliot Cass.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, lads.
Welcome.
Hello.
How are you, Elliot?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we are just doing absolutely splendidly today.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
The vibes are good. The vibes are flowing.
Yep. Happy birthday.
And I think what we found here is a...
Just going to ignore the happy birthday.
It is also my birthday. It is also my birthday today, and me and Elliot had one of those interactions where I had to tell him, and then he immediately wished me a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Just recreate it right now.
Yeah.
It's my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Oh, cheers, mate. Okay.
Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way.
Yeah.
Now we've got the banter. Let's
get into soggy biscuit shit.
Anyway, I think you're a really interesting guest because I think you look like the exact midpoint between me and him.
Your guy's love child. I mean, I'll take it. 2 stallions.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
If we had like a bum baby.
I think Elliot looks like me if I was you.
I think so. I think I'm kind of in the middle somewhere.
It's some point in the evolution of a Pokemon, but we don't know which point.
Yeah.
It's like
a prematurely found Pokemon when you guys are sort of fucked, but it's on pre-cum. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like one of those freak Pokemons that's like halfway through an evolution and you're not really sure where it is.
Yeah. Jesus, this has become a roast. This freak revolution.
You're basically just calling him a mutt.
Yeah, exactly.
Put that on my hinge. Yeah. Thanks.
So on the face of it, you're a TikTok man. You've carved out a niche in the sport of rugby, of course, and we'll get onto that. But I think what people don't know about you is behind the scenes. This guy is he's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur.
Wheeler dealer.
He's an industry player. He's a shadowy face. The silent majority. He's all encompassing. He's a system player, an academy prospect, and a veteran presence all in one.
Love that.
Because you're the co-founder of Cloud9 Comedy.
I am. Actually, do you know what's crazy? I really love that you've done research on this, but I liquidated it a month ago. So that is absolutely fucking brilliant. I love that. I was doing that, though. That was a big part of
Why did you liquidate it?
Because it wasn't making as much money as online stuff does.
Fair.
So I thought
you gave it up.
Yeah, gave it up.
I went to it once in its prime in the glory days and thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Did you?
Yeah. But I will say I didn't pay for the tickets, so maybe that's why you went fucking bankrupt.
Just dishing out free. No, to influential people like yourself.
Oh, yeah, of
you
course.
Got free tickets.
Yeah.
It was really good. You came to one. Which one did you come to? Do you remember?
I can't remember. Oh, Jeff Innocent was on.
Yeah,
he was fucking hilarious.
Amazing, and
Yeah.
he's like one of the best comics around. That's amazing. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, he literally invited you. As well.
Oh, was it you? I was in DMs with the Cloud9 page. I didn't know it was the man behind the fucking soggy biscuit.
No.
I'm that jack of all trades, baby. Jack of all trades.
I found his LinkedIn, yeah. Otherwise,
Did you?
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. It's fucking so shit, and my LinkedIn, it's got nothing on there.
Nothing on it.
No connects.
It's nowhere near as good as AB's LinkedIn.
Yeah.
AB's LinkedIn. He looks like he's wearing a rollie, but he's like 16.
Yeah.
He's got pictures. It looks like high school prom, I think.
Car release, sort of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He looks like he's about to make some like red pill content.
Yeah.
One of those
It's
guys.
really good stuff. It's funny that you bring up that you liquidated your company, because I was going to say, like, I've never been to Cloud9 comedy. It's a shame that it's been sort of squeezed. It's been squeezed into pulp now, because I guess I can never go. But I did look at Company's House, and it had £21,750 in net current assets. So
That's like my fucking
Congratulations.
annual
Thank you.
salary. That's class.
Got my rent for a little bit, you know. Did my rent for a year or two while I was broken. I was a stand-up comedian as well, so that was dealing with the rent.
Did you secretly do it just to give yourself stage time?
I did it to give myself a bit of clout. Yeah. Did it?
You should have called it.
Did it work? No.
Should have called it Clout9 comedy.
Yeah, that's so true.
not
That's
bad.
so true.
Really
Me, a
good.
topless picture of me,
Yeah.
just fucking schlong out, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm quickly discovering
Cigar.
that. You're it's like me. It's like when people meet me and they realise I'm the same guy in real life.
Oh god, don't say that.
Anyway, well, obviously you love ruggers.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you want to take a minute and think about that?
No, do you know?
No, I agree.
Thank you, Rufus.
Yeah.
It's a weird one because I've only got into rugby as the character started.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. You like rugby, but not that much.
Yeah, like all my friends all play rugby. I've got a friends group that all ruggers, buggers, and it's just me who's not.
Yeah.
So I've been to the initiations. You know, I've been to the parties. The sport, I'm way too soft-handed, brother. I mean, I played
Yeah,
at
me
school a
too.
little bit. Yeah, mate.
Let me see your hands. They are soft hands.
Oh my god, and they're
in
quite
fairness.
small as well.
Yeah.
They're quite dainty, you know.
Yeah, I think my experience of school rugby was miserable winter mornings, rock hard frozen pitch,
Yeah.
barely enough light to see the ball.
Yeah.
I'm a tiny, skinny, scrawny little kid, so I get
Some
put.
kids hit puberty so quick.
I get.
That was me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Except he's.
I'm
he's
16.
He's so. Full wolf. Yeah. Except he's so working class, he would never dare to play rugby.
No, we did play rugby in school, but we just had a football, and whoever had the football got absolutely assaulted. But I was really
That's
good at it.
Gaelic football.
Yeah, nah. Well, kinda, but we were playing rugby rules.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You can't rugby tackle someone in Gaelic.
Yet. Well, yeah, so you like rugby a bit,
I do like rugby a bit.
and now you've been forced to like rugby a lot more.
Do you know what? Now I really like it, but I don't know if I'm getting like some validation to my brain, like veins, and then I sort of
Yeah.
there's a reward system that's been put in place to me like. But I always have liked it. I liked it at school. I really liked. I don't want to lose too many sponsors. No, I really do like it, but it's like I was always fucking terrible. I was the same weedy little fuck.
Yeah.
Stick me on the wing, I can run. But it comes to tackling, dude.
The problem is those selfish pricks, those under-8 Colts teams, selfish pricks. Scrum half gets the ball, goes straight to the fly half, immediately tackled, repeat. You never get the ball if you're on the wing in under 9s rugby.
Yeah.
You selfish twats. I'm not over it. Give me the fucking ball.
Jesus, dude.
So like at that point, like I'm hugging the touchline. If I stood on the other side of the touchline, I would have the same impact on the game.
Yeah.
You don't even need me on the pitch. Yeah.
Does any of the rugby purists kind of accuse you of being like a bandwagon fair weather rugby fan?
They should do. But no, actually, to be fair, I think because it's basically verbatim of what my friends do.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm not, and also I'm sort of, I do love the sport. Like, I don't hate rugby.
Yeah.
There's no animosity.
Are you trying to convince us or yourself?
I don't know, dude. It started to become a therapy session. Start sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good.
What do you make of the recent Six Nations tournament?
I thought we played amazing, mate.
That game over France, I have to say, an instant classic.
Yeah. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I've never seen like a team an underdog scrape victory by like a gooch hair like that. Like
yeah.
1 point victory.
And we never do we? English in every sport, we're always the overdog.
We always lose by 1 point to fucking Latvia.
Yeah.
This was the other side. This is the redemption story.
Beautiful.
Last year, right, we played South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand and lost to them all by 1 point.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, I didn't see it. no, that sounds about right.
Yeah, we lost to them all by 1 point.
Yeah,
How's that even fucking possible?
Yeah.
And now we beat France, the great powers. I think it's really unfair that France are better at us than football and rugby.
Yeah.
You
Pick
can't
one.
have
I don't
both.
think they're better than us at rugby. I don't think so.
Well, we did beat them.
We beat them.
We did
But
beat them.
That's it. You don't have to think about the rest. If you don't think about it,
Yeah, right.
it's not fucking real, you know? So I just think we're better at them, I think, in rugby.
Which of the Six Nations do you boys hate the most?
France.
What, which team?
Yeah, no, the country. None to do with the team.
Yeah. The country, I'll go Wales.
Wales.
Even though I'm a quarter Welsh, I just think their fans, they just fucking hate us so much.
Yeah.
And
Do you know that song?
Like a one-sided rivalry?
Sorry?
Like a one-sided rivalry, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get why they hate us so much. I mean, probably there's historical things, but that was
Some stuff.
way back when. It was way back then, you know? It was.
You remember those mines in the 60s?
No.
Okay.
No. Were they bad, were they?
Yeah, a lot of people died.
Oh shit! So look, they've got a few things, you know, but we're friends, so it's it's fine, you know. I don't think it's
But you ask anyone from the home nations which team do you hate the most, and they say England.
Yeah.
Of course, you want
That
England.
is true.
Yeah.
Is there any other rivalry that you guys have with any other like nation that you hate nearly as much as the English? Is there a close second?
Certain factions
Americans?
within Ireland. Yeah, Americans that claim to be Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Seen St. Patrick's Day, seen some of those interviews. I'm celebrating my culture. Dude.
Fuck up.
Yeah, shut up,
Yeah.
man.
Bro, you're from Charlottesville.
Yeah.
Now let's get onto the topic of rugby banter, because I think that's your sort of sub niche inside rugby. Your sort of lads bands.
Yeah.
Why do you think rugby banter? Now I'm not an outsider.
No, I can
Neither
tell,
are you.
brother. Yeah.
Neither are you. There's very much a sort of line.
I am the outsider.
Yeah. So I don't think it's weird. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah,
But other people, why do people think it's weird?
I don't know. I think there's a thing with. I think we're so comfortable in our sexuality that we can.
But you can be comfortable in your sexuality without rimming your friends.
Yeah, but look.
Or can you? Welcome back to Mythbusters.
Today we're busting rimming.
Mate, I watched
Busting hymens.
I watched Mythbusters once. Why does anybody? I'm not like a fan of that show. Why does anybody fucking watch that? I turned on Mythbusters once, right? They were literally polishing a shit to see if it was actually possible to polish a turd.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Low budget though.
Yeah.
But they made profit.
They were literally varnishing a shite. Like, what are you doing?
That's fucking rugby lad humour.
Yeah.
They try and varnish it before it comes out of the anus, though.
That's what you have to do to join the team. Yeah, 100%. You'll be there.
Varnishing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're on varnish duty.
that is just spit on it and have a go, I think.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyone fancy varnishing my Johnson?
I will. Give me a few Beveraginos.
Yeah,
I'm down, mate. And I'm down.
My theory is that like posh people,
Yeah.
having had historical access to significant funds where like money doesn't become a thing. I think like once you try all the normal banter and you have the money to do some even crazier shit, just willy-nilly, then you start doing that. But then you sort of get used to that, and then it keeps pushing. And I think that's why sort of regular people think posh people are kind of weird.
But I suppose being posh, that's a spectrum, right? Like, so I didn't go to private school.
No.
So, and a lot of my friends.
Boo.
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
Mum and dad's a loser. No, I didn't go to private school, so it's like but I have a lot of friends that went to private school and they play rugby like that. But even at non-private school,
Yeah.
the rugby lads, the accent may not be as strong.
Yeah.
But the fucking, I know people who have like that kind of accent.
Yeah.
But they're like, fucking ring me, mate. Fucking, and they love it. They got the same shit. It's the same shit. It's
Right,
like,
okay.
So I think it's a weird cultural thing that is more to the sport. Although I do agree with the posh thing.
Yeah.
The more money you get, the more you know, that dopamine you're
I think the more clothes you take off, and then people are still laughing about it. Right?
yeah.
Because like, if I'd like sort of dangled a bollock in front of in certain circles, that would absolutely. I mean, that would set the roof on fire. Yeah.
yeah. 100%.
If I did it in this office,
Yeah, maybe a few HR complaints.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if they've got blue hair, you're not getting that bollock out. You know what I mean? They're wearing dungarees.
Yeah.
I'm staying away. You know?
Yeah.
I'm staying away.
My mate, this is a story. So he's a rugby player at Uni of Exeter, classic.
Yeah, classic.
And this is just great banter. What they had to do was apple bobbing, but instead of apples, it's shit.
So so they had to put their face in.
It's shit bobbing,
and you have to. Dude, that's fucking skit.
Whose shit was it? Did they just take turns filling up the bucket?
I guess it was probably the senior team.
Yeah, how long would that take though? Because like, if you can't go, you can't go.
True.
So it's like it'd probably take a few hours of preparation. Did the shit get liquid? Like, sorry, I'm really going.
Don't really know the details.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'd be interested to hear that.
And then
Play that.
I had another mate.
After this.
Yeah. We've got the bucket. I had another mate. This is not really kind of like disgusting. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Because often the stuff is like just weird. The stuff they make you do. So what they made everyone strip down to their pants. Because you have to do that. You couldn't do this otherwise. Yeah. And then they lined them up in someone's like dorm hallway. With their hands up against the wall.
Yeah.
And then for 2 hours they had to go like that with their hands up like that and sing Frere Jacques.
That's brilliant.
Whilst the senior team just went up and down, just slapping them on the back like this for like 2 hours until they were blue and black and purple.
Surely even for the senior team, that's boring after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nobody wins.
Yeah.
Because like, even if you're the senior team, you still have to shit in a bucket.
My friend, whenever I went away to Devon with a group of friends, my friend does this thing where he goes like, shot from the cock. He's got a big cock and he fills his foreskin up with a shot, right? And people get on their knees and they've got to take a shot from the cock. Right. Mental. I didn't participate. I just want to get that on camera, wherever.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
But it's mental, and it is all real. As you like, it's. I actually can't do in my sketches some of the real stuff. Because it's way too fucking.
I assume a lot of it's exaggerated, but shot from the cock is mental.
No, genuinely, I think there is some.
What's the worst one?
Oh God, I've heard fucking.
You've heard?
Yeah.
Go on,
I promise.
Give us a classic rugby horror story.
Someone did a toy car up their bum. It got lodged in. They've had like, God, what's the worst ones? Yeah, shot from the cock's a classic. They do naked baked beans wrestling. So then you get fucking naked with the boys, and then you're fucking trying to out maneuver each other. It goes on for ages.
Yeah.
And
it's an endurance sport.
watch. It's an endurance sport, and the scene is watch who wins, and then they pick them out of strength, brute strength. They pick their.
It's a bit like the Gladiator.
It's a bit like Gladiator, but just with a lot of Branston beans.
Do they ever actually play rugby?
Did I?
No, do they?
Do they? No, I do feel sorry for people that join the team and they just want to fucking play. it's like they have to get like sexually assaulted to play the sport that they like. It is quite mental.
My mate had to do like a horror pint once.
Oh, really?
Just out of things they found in his fridge.
Everything, yeah.
But so like gin, vodka, whack all that stuff in. But then they got Bailey's.
Yeah.
And it curdled when it hit the vodka and basically formed like a sort of layer of smegma on the top of this pint.
Dude.
And they cracked an egg in there. And this is the thing, right? There's a full pint of that. And honestly, give me the piss.
Yeah.
All day long.
I'd happily drink the piss over that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That is absolutely brutal.
Because at least the piss, like, that's just water, mostly.
Yeah. It's actually filtered. It's badly filtered. It's the wrong sort of filter, but it's filtered nonetheless.
Do you want to see a video of my mate drinking someone's piss in a Japanese restaurant?
Oh my God, yes. Stupid question.
So, this is a video.
Yeah.
So this is a Japanese restaurant. We're at one of those little tables where you have to cross your legs to sit underneath.
Oh yes, yeah.
Very polite people. That guy's Canadian, and he's just gone to the bathroom and completely filled that glass with piss. Yep. And then here's my mate just absolutely polishing it off.
Oh, dude. To be fair, it's quite a little glass. He's gotten away with that quite nicely. That is.
A little extra detail I like about it is that is his girlfriend sitting right next to him.
I love that. And he had to kiss. They probably. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And the Canadian guys, when I told them, because I said he is one of those friends that's great to have, that if you suggest something, he will just do it.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't want to be shown up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like an authority thing, is it?
I said to these Canadian guys, like, he will do anything if you suggest it, because Canadian people don't really do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
They were like, thought I was joking. I was like, no, like, if you want him to drink some piss, like, he will do it at the table.
Do you have to say it in a certain way? So do you have to say it as a bit of a power play? So does it have to be like
you'd be like,
oh, I bet you can't do
Reverse
that.
psychology, the fucker.
Yeah. Or do you have to go do it and he just does it? Because, you know, what's the way you angle it?
Yeah.
You don't really have to reverse psychology him. You just go like, wouldn't it be funny if you just drank a bit of piss?
Yeah, okay, right.
And once you get the idea in his head, like, you plant the seed, and then he can't not do
can't
it.
let go.
He can't let it go.
How far can you plant that seed?
Yeah.
How far can you take this?
But like, the thing is, once you do that, what he's thinking is now like, oh mate, if we're gonna miss out on such a great story if I don't drink this piss.
Oh, so he's trying to live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love. He's one of those, you know, that's
It's very much a sort of YOLO mentality.
Yeah.
Very fucking much.
But the thing is like, there's loads of videos of that.
Yeah.
Because he's done it loads of times already. Like,
Really? So, like, in many establishments?
I think it's starting to be a bit deeper than.
It's a fetish at this stage.
Yeah.
And I
Bit
think
of an obsession.
I think it's worse when it's someone else's piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Because
Has
at
he
least-
got to a stage where he's like mentioning it himself whenever no one's brought it up? He's like, oh, it'd be funny if all you lads pissed in a glass, wouldn't it?
You guys hear what I did last week?
The Canadians honestly couldn't fucking believe it when
Really?
he did it.
Really?
Because they're so polite. Like, I got talking to these two Canadian girls once, and they got offended when they asked me, "What are you looking for in a girl?" And I said, "Generational wealth."
Yeah.
Like, that's how polite they are. They're just like, you can't say stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's classist behaviour.
Well, there is a bit of a barrier, isn't there, between like kind of American, Canadian humour and British humour? I think there's always been a slight barrier.
Not many Americans watch this. Let's just put it- let's just put it that way.
really.
No.
Also,
Yeah.
the big one is, like, we obviously can't say it on YouTube because it gets demonetized, but the C word. Like, that's like, we throw it around every day.
Oh yeah.
But they get fucking
Oh
offended.
no, that's like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Also, that sounds better in different accents. I think in English that sounds like, in British that sounds like quite a aggressive word.
Yeah.
As Irish, that's kind of fine, isn't it? Same
Yeah.
with Australian.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's got that nice.
It's like friend, basically.
Yeah.
We did a bit more Googling of you. I'm going to be honest, most results are of...
Mama Cats, dude. Honestly, absolute. I've only just got onto Google.
Yeah.
It's been tragic.
You've only
dude.
just got on the Google.
I've only just figured it out, mate.
So- if you're sort of like, if you don't know about sort of 1960s folk rock, you haven't got any idea what we're talking about.
All the leaves are brown. The leaves are brown.
What a tune.
And the sky.
You
is
should
good.
play it on your wireless set.
We'll whack it on there later. So the lead singer of the folk rock group, the Mamas and the Papas, is called Cass Elliot.
So fucking bad.
So if you look up Elliot Cass, it's mostly just this woman.
it
really is.
I think I've got 4 photos on the main page.
Right,
The
yeah.
rest is just Mama Cats. And honestly, I do think like my parents had really low ambition for me. If they,
Name me
or
up.
loads of ambition, they thought I
Yeah.
could compete with Mama.
I don't think parents think, how is my child going to rank in SEO whenever they're naming their child?
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true.
This is
They
what,
should though.
This
Yeah.
is what having a child taught me about business to business. Yeah. I think you just got to make your own kind of music, Elliot.
I think so as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Maybe we get a feature going. We'll do a song about clunge or something. Just get the views up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
It's a good idea.
I've got a bit of I can't sing, to be honest. I went to drama school, but my voice is fucking atrocious. And at one point in drama
Let's match
school,
pitch.
Oh,
That was good.
quite nice.
Yeah.
That was quite beautiful.
Let's all match pitch.
You sounded like a little bit scared.
I done pretty well there.
You're a lovely soprano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
According to the article we found,
Yeah.
you were prosecuted for stealing bed linen in 1967 and then died in 1974 at age 32. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, shit happens. You know, YOLO. As you say.
What a comeback.
yeah.
Anyway, let's get into our first segment now. It's not news coming at you, and it is the rugby special. We found some of the greatest stories relevant and fresh stories. This first one is from June 2014.
Love that.
So Australian Rugby League star Todd Carney said that his situation was reportedly a bit of a stinky one stall when he learned a picture of him. I came up with that quote, but that's the gist. When he learned a picture of him urinating in his own mouth in a nightclub toilet has been posted on social media.
Urinating. No. See, first off,
There you go.
I think he's packing. Right,
Yeah. Oh, that's-
so that
he's
would
got
help
a-
with aim.
he's
That
got a
helps
hog-
with aim.
Yeah.
That's how. I think in mine it would be a bit of a clitoris all sorts sort of,
Yeah.
sort of you know what I mean, sort of thing. I actually think that's kind
It
impressive.
is impressive.
It is-
Disgusting, but impressive.
Yeah. I think
So
that's kind
it's
of
this bloke.
You know,
He's standing next to your urinal and he's weeing sort of. The Corey is at attention. Let's just put it.
Yeah.
It's at
Yeah.
full mast.
Yeah.
It's flapping in the wind. It's loud and proud, and it's sort of shooting a jet of sort of urine into this guy's own mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which-
I think he needs to tilt the neck more.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
he's not really getting it all in.
It's just hitting the chin.
Yeah.
It's coming off the backboard.
It's when he's doing a bit of trigonometry because right now he's just airballs.
Yeah. Airballs.
Love it. We should do commentary on that sport.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Or we should just
Like-
do it.
right now.
I think that it's just not coming out the middle of the bat for him. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole sort of hobby has been recently resurrected on Joe Weller's podcast, where he talks about it. But he calls it a bubbly.
and bubbly.
Yeah.
I love that.
But apparently, it's the same thing. But I think a bubbly is just where you sort of touch your lips to the stream.
Okay.
And this guy is
the full fountain.
well, tongue is
He
very much out.
motorboat.
Yeah.
Not that's
Yeah.
Can I see it again? Can I just see
there you
the
go.
kind of tongue positioning? Yeah, I see that. Oh, again, he is. You are right. He's chinning it. Really, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
I would say it's much
Just
easier
not
to
making
do.
clean contact. there.
Definitely like a first time sort of thing. He's kind of his chin's offside. He needs to
Yeah,
get that. You know,
yeah.
yeah. That tongue is just out. Yeah. Okay, he can work on it. He
Yeah.
can work on it.
Much easier to do clean shaven. I don't think we'd get away with it
God,
as easy.
yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
going around the rest of the night with a pissy beard.
Yeah, that would be absolutely.
So he lost his contract, which is 650,000 Australian dollars a year, which I think is about sort of 12 quid. And then he said, "I've been through this situation before, but this is the toughest. It was just a prank."
On who?
It's not. That's not what a prank is.
You can't prank yourself.
They don't do that on well,
Jackass?
They don't do that on Jackass. So it's like, I'm going to prank this guy by having a couple of litres of my own.
Yeah, it's a bit schizophrenic, isn't it?
Yeah. The boys have seen me doing it before, so he's straight up admitting in public that he does this all the time.
Bloody hell.
I didn't know this picture had been taken. I didn't think it would become public. It's
Yeah.
hurt my pride and my dignity as a person, and my mum and my sisters.
It's funny that repeatedly pissing in
No
his own
mention
mouth.
for Dad there.
Yeah, true.
You can tell he thought it was
He was
hilarious.
like, legend.
Yeah.
But the pissing in his own mouth didn't hurt his pride, but once people caught on about it, that's when he was like, "Ah." He was doing this for weeks for his friends, did it say?
Yeah,
That's fucking ridiculous.
that's mental.
So the photo was
It's like a party trick, though, isn't it? I mean, when you kind of try to think of it from different perspectives, I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
And I put myself in his shoes, and if you whack this party trick out and everyone's liking it, and you know no different, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Maybe at a rugby club, but I feel
Yeah.
like I'll stick to trying the worm.
yeah,
rather than this shit.
it's true. It's
Don't
true.
you think he looks quite a lot like John Terry?
I think he looks like Nate Diaz.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting a UFC
Yeah, that's-
sort of,
yeah,
That
makes
might
the
be
tat,
Nate
I think.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his photo was taken by a bad friend called Mick Robinson,
God.
who then sent it to his brother, who then lost his phone at the races, and then allegedly, and then the picture surfaced on Twitter.
Really?
And he said, "I just hope this is not the end of me." As a baller was the quote.
That sounds like a classic. You know, whenever you send a risky text and don't get the response you want, and you're like, "Oh, my friend had my phone. I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
That's one of those moves.
You ever send a risky text and they send an even riskier one back, and you're like,
Strap
I'm
in.
scared.
"Well, it." Yeah. No, it's
Completely retreat.
yeah, that's what I thought, honestly.
really backfired. Anyway, we've got another breaking story here. This one is from September 2013. So another rugby league player, same league.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so it's an endemic issue.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It very much is like sexism at the BBC here.
Yeah.
You know, this is knob play in the NRL.
Love that.
Anthony Watts denied that he bit an opposition player on the penis in a rugby league game. And
See, he did this mid-game.
yeah, well, he denied he did this, but he got sent off for biting someone on the penis. and he got an 8-game
that's-
ban for chomping down on the opponent's chopper.
So the last fucker got his contract tore up for pissing in his own mouth.
Yeah.
And this person attempted to scrawl on someone's cock and he's getting 8 matches.
Yeah,
That does not add up at all.
That is crazy. Also, I mean, you know, through the shorts, you're going to have to really go for that. I'm talking like, you know, you've got to get the angles right, you've got to get the thing. Remember,
precision.
you're in motion as well.
Well, there's a quote from here.
Yeah.
Right, he basically uses. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the legendary YouTube video. Federer uses the scientific explanation for why the ball bounced twice. But this is almost basically he justifies how the umpire made the incorrect call by looking at the replay of the spin on the ball. And this is almost that level of analysis, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt it in the accent.
Okay.
Let me just get in the zone.
Okay.
Fucking slip and slide. Yeah. All right. I was wearing a mouth guard, and there's no way I bit him on the dick.
That's good. That's really quite good.
So his justification is because I wore a mouth guard, you can't bite someone on the penis whilst wearing a mouth guard, and it wouldn't really hurt anyway.
Oh God, it would though, wouldn't it?
Bottom teeth, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Just gnawing on schlong. Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Just start grinding.
Gurning on a dick is an absolute mental image.
Yeah. The claim is laughable, but I've still had to live with it. I know I didn't do it, and the people close to me know I didn't do it either. It's pretty shithouse to be at the centre of something like this. Only an Australian would use shithouse in an official
context.
newspaper interview. It's pretty shithouse to be at the centre of something like this, even though I've been through it a lot in my career. It's something I'm probably going to be known for.
Yeah, believe it or not, mate.
Still
Yeah.
covered it 10 years later.
I'm scared this is going to hurt my brand. It fucking will, mate. Yeah.
even though they've got no evidence to back any of it up.
So okay, what? So they actually have no evidence. So
According to-
technically,
yeah.
you could, right? Technically, if you in a rugby game, you really, let's say we were playing rugby, I really don't like you, Rufus.
Yeah.
And I go down, right? You're sort of there. You could technically go, bit my dick. You know, it could be. What's the motive of the other player? Who's the other player? What are their connections? Do they have? You know.
Well, that's funny you say that because this guy's previously been linked to an Australian motorcycle gang. So he's,
Okay.
he's got a connection. For sure. He's definitely got a connection.
All right, case closed. Yeah.
So basically, his career in the top flight was over by 2 years at this point. So this was second division rugby league.
Okay.
Then he got obviously he got banned from there, and then he was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to move to England and restart my career." It's like a lot of Australians do that, don't they?
Yep.
And then he got sacked from the English Super League club after one game because they found him drunk, disorderly, and in possession of cocaine on the streets of Hull. Yeah.
Of all the places.
That guy's a fucking athlete, bro. That is mental.
So shout out to Anthony Watts.
Yep.
And shout out to, what's the other guy's name? Todd Carney, the two goats of the game.
Also, I don't see why you get your contract tore up for pissing in your own mouth. You didn't do anyone else any harm. Like, it doesn't affect your rugby.
It is true. I think off-field activities should be up to you, really.
Also on yourself, like you know.
Yeah, you didn't do it to someone else. You
Yeah.
didn't fucking waterboard someone else. Like,
Yep.
you're doing it with your own stuff.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
If you want to do that, you should be able to do it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Right, let's move on now to Gamey Schumer, and today we're constructing the worst rugby sevens team with our various people in various positions.
I've
Scrum
got,
half.
I've got notes on this.
Okay, right.
Because I've thought about this. I'm thinking wing, Peter Dinklage, and then I'm thinking other wing.
He shows up in my team as well.
Really. And I got Warwick Davies on the other. Really?
Have you got him?
I whenever we discussed this in the planning meeting, I was like, Warwick Davis is definitely going in.
So we've all got Warwick Davis in our team.
This is brilliant.
Where did you put Warwick Davis?
Wing.
Oh, I put him. He was a prop.
Okay, I love that.
I put him in the scrum.
I think I put Stevie Wonder as prop.
Okay.
Because I was thinking. Oh no, I got. I think it's Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's fly half.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because I'm thinking, that would just be, unless it has balls and the bells and the ball, it's not going to really.
I put Michael J. Fox as my scrum half.
Brilliant.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, that really would go down well.
Sort of erratic passing. Yeah.
I
Ball could go anywhere. But
Unpredictable though. Unpredictable.
yeah, a lot of spin on it.
I've gone absolutely classic with Hawking at scrum half.
Hawking has to come half. Okay, okay. See, okay, we're allowed to go dead. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you can go
Hawking
dead.
was going to be on mine as well.
Yeah,
So I think we're quite aligned. Yeah.
Fly half, I've gone for Abu Hamza, who's that terrorist with a hook for a hand.
A lot of
reference.
deflated balls.
Yeah, he's sort of the Middle Eastern Captain Hook. I would say.
Okay.
But Captain Hook might be Middle Eastern already. I'm not sure. Haven't watched Peter Pan in a while.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
I really wish I knew that you could put dead people in, because I was so close to putting Vern Troyer in. He was going to be like
Didn't
my
know he was dead.
a few years ago. He was going to be my substitute
You can't
for
just
Warwick
make
Davis.
a midget 15 and then be like, yeah, here's my team. you can't just put like let's just whack in Ellie Simmons and like Warwick Davis, who has to eat his dinner underneath the table. And you can't just do that.
I only have one midget in it now as it stands. My fly half was Dank Demos, who is that obese rapper that wasn't allowed in the Uber a few weeks ago. Remember we covered the story?
Oh yeah, so we covered this story where an Uber driver, this rapper, she called an Uber, and then he wouldn't let her in because she's so heavy and she didn't want to damage his wheels.
Suspension would have been
Yeah,
fucked
he
if
didn't
she
want
had
to
a
break
good-
his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it we calculated that she would have been like 6 of you or something?
Yeah, like something ridiculous.
Wow, that is morbid.
He
Morbidly.
was a proper moto sort of build.
Yeah, gonna get arrested by them cardiacs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, who have you got like
So I've got.
I put myself on the wing.
I put Harvey Price in the wing.
Yeah.
See, I had the thought, but I thought actually, do you know what? I think he's quite a strong lad.
Yeah.
And
That's
Do you
the
not
thing.
need to have some sort of pace?
I think so. I think he's a determined young man.
Right, okay.
I think if I'm running at, I'd rather run at Warwick Davis and then
That
Harvey
is
Price.
true, yeah.
Do you know?
Also, Harvey.
But you're right. The pace. I think it's more mindset with Harvey. I think he has. You know, that determination.
Yeah,
and that.
because I think Harvey, you tell him to run, that boy will run. He's
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah,
question your
yeah.
authority.
Yeah, yeah,
He's,
yeah.
just,
Also,
he's
his-
going to be a team player.
His dad is Dwight York, who is an athlete, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
and he has it in his blood.
And
I thought it was
his
Peter.
mum
I
is.
thought it was Peter Andre. Oh no, of course it's not. He's white. I just realised that. How have I just?
Harvey Price's dad was Peter Andre.
Mate, as I said, I did go to private school, dude. Don't rub it in my face. Yeah, no. Oh god, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It all adds up now.
Were you
I never
wondering?
questioned it.
You were wondering how he did it for years. Yeah.
I then put fullback Lizzo.
Yep.
Smart. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I put Louis Braille, the inventor of said language.
Yeah, I've got Louis. Who's Louis Brett? Oh, yes, smart.
Yeah.
got you.
He's
got
my
you.
he's my fullback. Absolutely useless under the high ball line. Yeah. You're not even going up for a contested ball. But he's just sort of dancing in his living room.
Yeah. You'd be trying to read the texture on the ball.
That was a fantastic bit of aerial play, Louis. But unfortunately, this is a kebab shop.
Oh my lord.
I then had prop, as I said, Warwick Davis. My hooker was Rory Jennings.
Yeah.
And my other prop was I'm Alex.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. I got prop Louis. I've got Louis Walsh because I just think you stick Louis Walsh in shorts, and no one's intimidated by that man. You know what I mean? He's like the most least intimidating man. Stick him some nice little tight shorts and be on his way.
Although if you're in shorts yourself, you'd be fucking intimidated with that pervert around.
Yeah.
That's true. Do you see the hand movement?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I've seen that.
Oh, that
He
guy's
is too familiar with Mel B's art.
yeah, dude.
Especially for a gay man.
Oh, yeah.
Alleged.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no alleged about it.
Well,
really.
Elton John had a wife. We can never be sure.
Yeah.
Good point.
He's looking well rough these days.
Yeah.
Well, Louis Walsh.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it.
You seen that Westlife thing?
No, I didn't see it.
So I saw a clip from that documentary. He's 72. I didn't realise.
Oh, wow.
He's ancient, this guy.
Yeah.
And he looks awful. He has aged the worst of anyone since the financial crisis.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
He looks like a kid and an old man at the same time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks so bad.
Yeah.
He'd look better if he shaved his head.
Yeah.
I just think he took too keen of an interest in Jedward when they first came about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
There's something
yeah.
dodgy there.
You guys are going to like my scrum lineup. So, props, I've got Dinklage and Warwick Davis.
Perfect.
Then I have Schooner Scorer as my hooker.
Right. Okay.
Because that man is an absolutely lanky guy. He's going to be useless. I can't really imagine it sort of working how he's going to hold to the two props up with him in the middle. And also I think he'd just get bone crunched by any normal forward.
Yeah. And also he's no commitment. Like, just down a pint. Fuck the schooners.
Yeah. I questioned him on that when I met him. I was like, why are you called Schooner Scorer? And he was like, well, Pint Scorer is a bit of a shit name, isn't it? I was like, I guess that is, but who the fuck drinks a schooner?
It's true. It's true.
Right, let's move on to the news now. And Elliot, have you ever heard of a PBW?
PBW. I've heard of it. What is it?
What do you think it stands for, if you had to have a guess?
Push Bum Wonga.
Push Bum Wonga. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Well, a teenager in Teesside might have achieved the ultimate push bum wonga. The sort of which you save for a really special occasion. A pokey bum wank is what it.
Pokey bum wank.
So it's like a regular wank, but
It's
you
just
can
a little-
finesse a pinky up the old sphincter.
Yeah, Julius Caesar. Yeah.
So he had the ultimate pokey bum wank.
Right.
It's the sort of spread out the rose petals, light the candles, put on some smooth jazz.
Okay. Ease into it.
PBW.
Yep. Nice.
So, but unfortunately, this guy has now been slapped with a lifetime ban from every children's playground. 18-year-old Callum Green was accused of outraging public decency after having a Teesside tuggy for the history books in Burn Valley Gardens in Hartlepool.
So he was wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Brilliant.
The charge.
I'm not brilliant.
The charge reads: you, in a public place, committed an act outraging public decency by behaving in an indecent manner, namely inserting parts of a rocking horse inside yourself whilst masturbating, then pulling off a branch of the tree and penetrating yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a real PBW.
That's a strong
Let's call up Guinness. I think I'm not sure what record it is, but he must have broken it.
Yeah.
So he appeared before the magistrate's court where he pleaded not guilty, which, like, it's not one of those crimes where they could really mistake you for somebody else. And don't
true.
Like,
That's
they
true.
found him in a park with a rocking horse up his arse. Like, what,
And it's not something you can kind of slyly ease off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Sort of this is a full-grown rocking horse we're talking about
I mean,
here.
they don't get any bigger.
I didn't. I didn't know if it was like a toy one, maybe something that he's shot, but an actual full-grown up his bum.
I think it's sort of
seems quite impossible.
I think it's sort of
maybe I've just got a really tight arsehole, but I just don't know.
I think it's sort of the debris of a rocking horse. So not the whole thing, but bits and bobs of it.
He's a collector. He's a forager.
Yeah, just sort of assorted paraphernalia.
He would have fucking loved a unicorn.
He would have. Yes, he would have loved a unicorn.
Would have suited a lot better.
A horse with it's sort of a horse with a schlong on its forehead.
Of course, with an ice cream cone.
Yeah. So he got conditional bail, but includes the stipulation that he can't no longer enter any recreational play park in the local area.
Oh God. I mean, that's quite light, isn't it? Really, he got off quite well there. Really, I think
he'll always find more things to put up his ass.
Yeah.
Why is he going to do it in the park?
Yeah, that is the strangest place to do anything weird. Just don't do it in a school. Don't do it in a park. You're fine. Like,
Whenever
why
your
is...
parents try and get you out of the house, they're like, right, get off the fucking PlayStation. I don't think this is what they have. Whenever you actually do it,
you can do anything. Just get out of the house.
Right, Turkish news now, and a slightly upset Turkish man who is known on social media only as the Suicide Traveller has had his 232nd suicide attempt thwarted once again, lining him up for a 233rd in the future.
So this guy does what? What's the...
he's just really shit at killing himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's got a long career. He's now known. He's like a legend on Turkish social media.
Yeah.
Like, people are spotting him out and about like he's fucking Big John or something.
Yeah. Stallion, yeah.
Yeah. Absolute stallion. But he's called the Suicide Traveller now. Like, there's a sad bit about this, but there is a sort of silver lining.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've got to be pretty upset to try and kill yourself 232 times.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, that's terrible. This time he climbed onto the roof of a building. With the idea, I guess, is throw yourself off the roof. My mum did a similar thing once, although it has nothing to do with suicide. She had a wobbly tooth,
Right.
and she was like wiggling. It was like annoying her, and her genius plan to get this tooth off was to attach attach a bit of string around the teeth and attach that to a brick, and then stand on the roof of the garage and throw the brick off the side. Yeah. And then what happened? What happened was she got up there, right? I think her brother might have told her to do this,
Right.
Yeah, and she threw the brick off the side, right, and it smashed a window. The tooth didn't come out. The string swung round full 180 degrees using my mum's tooth as a pivot point, and then smashed a window in the garage.
What the fuck? That is fucking tragic.
And so she's standing on the side of this roof with still got a brick hanging off this tooth. Yeah.
That is brilliant.
So So this guy literally had the full gear. A knife, a noose, a plastic bottle filled with gasoline.
hell.
He had every sort of format.
You can't fault the versatility there.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's like the fucking James Milner.
James Milner. I was just about to say James Milner. Yeah. His actions obviously caused a bit of panic amongst the locals. And then emergency responders were like, they needed to improvise to save the situation. That's what they said from the article. I don't know, I don't know why you would need to improvise. Why do you need to do improv?
Yeah, I think. Do you know the crazy thing about it is? Do you think he has them on speed dial? Because how many times 200 something attempts?
I think at that stage you need to stick an air tag in that prick.
Yeah.
Tabs in him.
Exactly. Anytime he goes, well, you getting a rope again, are you, Fred? Okay, mate. Yeah, we know what you're doing.
So
you need to fix the shed. Sure you do, mate.
They were basically we don't know what to do here. How do we sort this out? So they were basically sort of negotiating with him while he was standing on this roof.
Right.
And he was like, during the negotiations, he let slip a crucial bit of info.
Yeah.
That he was really hungry. Right.
Right.
He's like, I'm absolutely famished, mate. I'm starving. So they ordered him a doner, and they basically sort of just tempted him away from the edge with a shawarma, just wafting it around. Yeah.
That's the most Turkish thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And then.
Then he got a haircut.
Got a skin fit.
Can you bring up the picture? I mean, he doesn't. He's not thrilled, I would say, but he is holding a nice little shawarma there.
I wonder where they
happier
got
now.
it from. Is it a local?
I don't-
around the corner, or is it
I reckon,
homemade?
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Do you think Turkey is full of English people selling doners?
I would say so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They call it the upside down. I love it.
Yeah, so there's a man tucking. I have to say, it looks like an absolute shit kebab. Where's all the stuff in the fucking middle?
They just give him a wrap.
They've fully swindled him. That's just inside that's just like the cardboard tube from the inside of a toilet roll that they've wrapped some bread around and handed it over.
Is there a certain type of fast food that would talk yous off the ledge if someone brought it?
I think that's a very sort of Radio Rufus way of saying, what's your favourite food?
What's my favourite?
Which food would stop your suicide attempt?
Jesus, guys. Yeah. What would I go for?
Mine's now the Lomo Soldado from that Peruvian restaurant we went to a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, niche
Fucking delicious.
niche
Really?
reference,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Just down the road.
Really, that sounds amazing.
You
That sounds
hit
amazing.
that up later.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We could go for one
gonna.
after this, I think. We've got plenty of time.
Sounds lovely.
Do you like a sort of Peruvian stir fry?
Yeah, I'd love a Peruvian stir fry, mate.
Right.
Yeah, some.
That's settled.
Settled. Matt, Peruvian stir fry? Cool.
Love it.
Right. Next story, and just like your first hand solo after the family Christmas, this one is short and sweet. It's the return of our favourite mini segment. It's American unintelligence, and a man in Detroit shot his own foot while attempting to kill a cockroach in his house.
No.
So the police said that the victim, a 50-year-old man who uses a wheelchair, was actually attempting to kill a cockroach with his shoe. Important detail.
Right, okay.
So if we're playing Cluedo here, it is very much Colonel Mustard in the study with the shoe.
Yeah.
No gun involved at this point.
Yeah.
It's not Miss Scarlet in the billiards room with the gun.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he took off his shoe,
Yeah.
threw it at the bug, sort of frisbeed this thing. But while it passed through the air,
Yeah.
a revolver that he had hidden in the shoe
Yeah.
fell to the ground, made contact with the floor, discharged a round, and he shot his own foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a fatal error.
Yeah.
That-
No, it's not. He's fine.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
He's just got a sort of boogie foot.
Yeah.
Gammy foot.
It's a strange place to store your shoe, though.
No.
Or to store your gun.
Oh, do you it's a strange place to store your shoe around your gun, I think. Yeah.
It'll make you question though, like you wouldn't have a shoe out if it's not something you frequently wear. But if you're frequently wearing it, why would you be storing the gun in it? So which is it using more?
Where would you put your gun?
Not in my fucking New Balance anyway.
No.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Maybe in the fridge or something.
What the fuck?
In the fridge.
What the fuck?
Just keep it in mind. Keep it cool.
Right. Okay.
What about you?
The guns need to be cool.
I don't know. It's just
I think
came to mind.
I don't know.
I think I'd mount mine above my front door.
Oh yeah, I think sellotape.
That's not
Sellotape
great
with
though,
that.
because if an intruder comes in, they're below the gun.
I didn't think about that.
I was going to go for the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I thought sellotape above the door.
I just
but
want-
you're right. They just say that.
But then at the same time
Shoot
though,
you in the-
they're not going to think that fucker's keeping his peace in the fridge.
So true. And you can pretend you go, can I at least have my last cornflakes? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why the cornflakes in the fridge.
That's even worse. That's even stranger than keeping the fucking Glock in the fridge.
My thinking. my thinking was that you take the gun, you mount it on above the front door,
Yeah.
and it's intimidating to the neighbours.
But they can't see inside your
Also,
house.
why are you scaring the neighbours?
No,
They're
not
breaking
above
in.
the front door on the inside. on the outside of my house.
They're going to be petrified.
Yeah,
But also, why your neighbours would be so scared of you, dude? Like,
Yeah, that's what I want.
But you want the neighbours to be scared, but you want the intruder, you know? You don't want to freak out the whole neighbour. You don't want to be weird gunman. You know what I mean?
This story is also so much worse than I actually thought. Like I thought the cockroach came out and he tried to load a few rounds into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He lobbed a shoe at it. And shot it over the foot.
Awful.
That's funny because now he probably can't wear that shoe for a bit.
Yeah, of
Sore
course.
foot. Sore foot.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Right, let's move on to our audience interaction segment now, and this is questionable. Every week we ask you a semi-serious question, and then we read out your best responses and react to them. We're going to do a special twist on the format today, because Elliot, as we know, he's a king of bants.
Yeah, mate.
Bants.
Yeah.
Right? So, for each one of these, I want you to give it a thumbs up banter
Okay.
or thumbs down shanter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question is, what's the most questionable thing a friend of yours has done at a motive? Right? So for each one of these, just a simple banter or shanter, yes or no, is that funny?
Okay.
I'm a chef. After work, one of my colleagues would drink a pint from the drip tray, so he didn't have to buy one.
Shanta.
Shanter.
Yeah. I'm shantering that.
Yeah.
Just steal a pint.
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Why are you drinking from the tray?
Yeah.
Next one. My mate ate a spoonful of human ashes from an urn as a bet to impress a girl. She had a boyfriend.
I mean, it is bad, but it's also
banter.
It's like it's also like tragic banter, you know?
Funny.
Banter. I'll go banter.
Do you reckon it would, do you think, would you rather, if you were going to have a spoonful of human ashes, would you
Yeah.
rather be your own relative or just someone random?
Oh, great.
I wouldn't care who it was, but I wouldn't need it. I'd make like a tea with it or something.
Yeah.
Easier way to dispose of it.
Yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah, that's
can't imagine
classy.
that'd be the most fragrant blend.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like the cinnamon challenge all over again. You're not gonna be able to get
Yeah,
it
just
all down.
don't breathe in.
And once it floats, you know.
True.
If it's a sinker, I'm down, you know. But if it's a floater, then I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, you're in no man's land. Then.
Yeah, 100%.
Me and my mate went to a house party with the Germany under-18 rugby team, which is one of the worst combinations.
The German what rugby?
Germany under-18 rugby team. Which, guys...
Yeah. That's
No.
Shanta.
Oh, that's not the end.
You like your fucking nonce. yeah.
Yeah. He touched it.
That's bad.
Right, okay. Me and my mate went to a house party with the Germany under-18 rugby team. I saw a rugby lad scran his mate's arse for a girl's phone number, moving like Tenerife Tom Garrett. Funny?
I mean,
I'm giving that a thumbs up for banter.
I'm gonna have to because of the allegiance to rugby.
Yeah.
But that if I witnessed that, I think I don't know what I'd do. I don't know if I'd laugh.
Grab a wank.
Yeah.
I think-
silently in the closet.
I think it's one of those where it's like, it's funny when you look back.
Yes.
At the moment,
It's kind of harrowing.
you have a bit of a sense of humour failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. It's a common thing amongst my friend group to bird bath each other. You take the skin from your scrotum and stretch it so it forms a basin. I'm not going to do it now.
Thanks.
Where you pour a shot into the basin and then get your mate to drink it. So that's a little bit like your mate who has...
Cock shot for the cock, yeah.
So he does a bird bath, they call it.
Okay.
Funny? Banter?
I think it's a bit of bants.
Yeah, not in the circles I run in. It's not.
Yeah, right. Okay.
At a party, my mate took all the hinges off the upstairs doors with a screwdriver. Banter.
Yeah.
I had a friend that every night out after he had a few pints, if it was at like a house party, he'd just go and unscrew all the light bulbs.
Really?
So I know how inconvenient this is, but it is funny if you're not involved, so I'm going to do sideways.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Next one. Sixth form house party. I think this is my favourite one. Sixth form house party. Someone threw up in a Wellington boot and put it in the freezer.
That is quite good.
It was found by the parents the next week.
That is hilarious.
That's pretty banter. That's
A
banter.
unanimous thumbs up for the team.
Yeah. Across the
fun.
board.
Our next one has actually got a picture. My mate found a Christmas tree in February and planted it in my toilet. There's the Christmas tree in question.
And it's grown. It's
Well,
how long has it been in there? That's a
no. You can't just put a tree in the toilet and expect it to grow. No.
The next step is to decorate it.
yeah.
So
Really personalise it. You know?
maybe it can grow because like it's got a constant supply of water.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
thinking.
if you have a shit in it,
yeah,
that's like
fertilisation. Yeah.
True.
So I thought he hasn't been in
No,
his
no.
bathroom in ages.
No.
Slowly stems.
I don't think it started out for the listeners.
Yeah.
This tree is scraping the ceiling. I don't think it started out as a sapling.
Okay.
I think he just found an old Christmas tree
And he put it in.
put it
Yeah.
in,
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
It's not the end of the story. We then went to the pub before the landlord texted me saying he was coming to fix a bulb. We had to break every traffic law known to man to get back to the gaff before he got there and remove the tree.
Wow. I love that. I love
Banter.
that. Banter. That's strong banter.
yeah,
That's strong banter.
yeah.
That's strong banter.
Next one. We ran out of mixer at a party, so we made double vodka ethically sourced teas for the chaps.
Yeah, that is. I feel ill actually thinking about that.
Thumbs down. I'm
bet
giving
that
it a
was
thumbs
funny.
down.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
We should try that on this podcast at some point.
Yeah.
Because we did Cowpole vodka, huge success.
Yeah.
Calippo gin and tonic in my
What's
opinion.
What's Cowpole and vodka?
Yeah, vodka
we made a
Cowpole.
new cocktail. Yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Fuck me. That sounds horrific. Dude.
Alright. You like Cowpole?
I'm actually a big fan of it. Actually,
Yeah. You like vodka?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so there we go.
But I just can't imagine the blend. I can't
Alright,
imagine
it does sort of sit in a couple of layers.
It's like tiramisu.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's oil and water. So like the first bit is sort of really good. Like you're working that way through that sweet Cowpole, absolutely delicious. And then you have a sort of bit of vodka at the end. Like, it's like woohoo! What a finale!
Yeah. So you're supposed to be feeling healthy and fucked. I suppose it's a great thing actually.
Probably medically horrible. But
So I would say you didn't like Calippo gin and tonic.
yeah.
But
But I don't like gin and tonic. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
I did. I thought that was a win. But I think next one we try double vodka, ethically sourced tea,
Yeah.
fair trade tea. Yeah, we've come to the end of our time here. Elliot, I hope you've enjoyed the show.
It's been really
wonderful
fun.
having you,
Mate.
regaling us with your sort of what's the sort of word with your uproarious tales.
Yes.
If is there anything you'd like to sort of plug to the cam,
plug
what
your
you're up to?
comedy
Yeah.
yeah, Clownline comedy. Yeah. No, Elliot J Cass on Instagram and Elliot Cass Dude on TikTok. Follow me. Yeah, boy.
So make sure you go and follow Elliot. And we're after this we're gonna go and probably have a pint of urine each.
Yeah.
Who wants whose?
Ooh, do you know what? Actually, I don't know whose would taste nicer.
I've drank a lot of water today, but that probably goes against me.
No, that goes with you. That's a
but
pure.
no-
That's that pure. That's that pure. You're
You know,
right.
you're going to
brother.
drink piss. You might
Yeah.
as well do it right.
You know that
Okay.
You know that
That's
chart?
a strong stance you've taken.
mine's gonna be the wrong colour because I had a Barocca this morning, which means it's
God,
gonna
dude.
be neon yellow.
But it
did
might
a
have a
few
nice little
Nemsip.
fizz to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there might be a
yeah.
bit of fizz and that
It's like a
sort of-
soft drink.
I might get that electrolytes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need them.
But yeah, we're all gonna have a lovely warm pint of urine to mark this totalitarian occasion. Make sure you like, subscribe, and smash all the ratings with I would like you to reach over to your friend. I would like you to gently cup his scrotum, and I would massage his shaft, and then sort of
Tickle the gooch.
tickle the gooch. And when he's at full extent, make contact with the rate 5 stars button on the keyboard. Thank you. We'll be back again next week, and back to you in your house.